Good evening. Welcome to Uganda Catholic Television News on this beautiful Tuesday evening, the 21st of November 2021. I'm Oriema John Pasco. To begin with, 16 days of activism campaign against gender-based violence commences on Friday, the 24th of November. The Minister of Gender, Labour and Social Development joined the global campaign in 2008 and has since utilized the campaign annually as an advocacy and mobilization strategy for raising public awareness of gender-based violence and its implications. Ahead of the launch of this year's 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence, State Minister for Gender and Cultural Affairs, Peace Mutuzo, says such campaigns have ensured a comprehensive service delivery such as protection, legal and medical services. Recent reports indicate that about 46,481 survivors have sought support in the 23 GBV shelters, of which 40,714 are female, 5,766 are male, and 443 are persons with disabilities. It's against this that the ministers appeal to everyone to report any form of gender-based violence, especially men who often go silent when they are assaulted by their wives.
I'm happy to meet you on the eve of the launch of the activists commemorating 16 days of activism campaign against gender-based violence that will take place from 24th of November 2023 in Kiriandongo. The 16 days of activism campaign commence on the 25th of November, which is the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, with the national launch, which flags of various activities at the national and district level, in line with the national theme, and ends on the 10th of December, which is the Human Rights Day. To coincide with the launch, Uganda is also joining an Africa-wide campaign named Africa Educates. Her campaign aimed at ensuring that every girl has access to quality education from early childhood through secondary and higher education level. The 16 days of activism campaign against gender-based violence was inaugurated in 1991 and has since grown globally and is marked with a wide range of activities organized by various stakeholders. This year, 2023, marks 23rd anniversary of the 16 days of activism campaign. In 2008, the UN Secretary General launched another initiative, Unite, End Violence Against Women by 2030. That reinforces the 16 days of activism campaign. The Unite campaign calls for a global action to increase awareness, galvanize advocacy for global action to increase awareness and galvanize efforts and share knowledge and innovative measures to address gender-based violence. The government of Uganda, under the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, joined the global campaign in 2008 and has since utilized the campaign annually as an advocacy and mobilization strategy for raising public awareness on gender-based violence and its implications to national development. And I want to appeal to men that we lose more when we torture women. And the country loses more when women are stressed because they are the biggest workforce that is reliable. And so the earlier they dropped violence and the negative masculinity, which makes them feel they have everything and they have all the energy to torture others, the better. And that's why we have a male engagement campaign. For the last 4 years, we have been advocating for male engagement. Because sometimes men do not torture men because they wish, they don't torture women because they just wish, because they're socialized to do that. To downplay and underlook others and make them feel that they are supposed to be serving them. And for them, they are kings and queens in the home, they are kings in the home. So because of the lack of that awareness is why we come with an activism campaign of 16 days to educate and sensitize them to join the race and the struggle and fight. Because there is no way we shall remove the only two dimensions of gender from coexisting. God created man and woman, full stop. And so these must work together to live a happy life. And I think the reason as to why the host police is also to join the campaign on awareness. And therefore police has to give the figures. Our work in the Ministry of Gender is to design policies. But we also work with partners who enforce the law, and that is police, the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, the judiciary do enforce the law and work in partnership. And we also evaluate at the end of the year. You must have seen last month, Equal Opportunities Commission came out with a report of the prevalence of gender-based violence. And here I have read the prevalence again. 56% of women are still distressed in violence, which is so unfortunate. We have 52% almost of the total population female. So if 56% of them, more than half, have rights being violated, then the stress in the homes will go to the children and will also not spare the man, which is quite unfortunate. But it is not only based in the homes. Sometimes it is in workplaces. Sometimes it is sometimes even on the streets. Even those little children on the streets. Somebody mentioned about little mothers on the streets. We've been trying our best to clear the streets. We have provided shelters. We have children's homes. Not homes of the criminal children, the children who are in conflict with the law, but also homes for settling children home. But sometimes we also clear the streets and take them back to Karamoja, especially the biggest number of them come from Napak, specifically in one sub-county. But every time we take with a bus, the following day, another bus full comes back with the same children. So I think they are socialized to a life where they are being given free services, free food, free everything, and the homes do not seem to care for them enough. So that's why they are comfortable being here, watching electricity, listening to the music on the streets, being given tokens of survival. Unfortunately now, for the many years who have had street children, they have also raised families. Now we have street husbands, street families, and street grandparents. Because you know Uganda has the youngest grandparents. There is a lady who has at 35, she was a grandparent. So we have many of them who have grown on the streets. And a time comes and we feel it should come to an end. So it needs concerted efforts. Homes are available. We take them to the homes, they run away from the homes because they are not used to a life of being controlled.
Democratic Party DP has punched holes in the Petroleum Amendment Bill 2023 passed by Parliament recently. The bill grants Uganda National Oil Company monopoly to supply imported petroleum products to licensed oil marketing companies, among other responsibilities. The Democratic Party urges that the bill contradicts the Competition Amendment Bill 2022, which was passed earlier by the same Parliament, and awaits the President's signature. According to Ismail Chiria, the acting party spokesperson, the earlier passed Competition Amendment Bill discourages monopoly, which he says is encouraged by the bill.
Some of the government officials will use this opportunity to manipulate the other entities so that they can set prices which are very high and which can favor them as the company. Now that one will act as a multiplier effect, seeing that actually this bill is first of all contradicting with the Competition Amendment Bill which was passed in 2022. and it is just waiting for the president to append a signature. The Competition Amendment Bill, it was giving liberty to competition in Uganda, and it was fighting monopoly in the business of Uganda. Then the new bill is now giving monopoly to only one company, UNOC. The competitions bill gives efficiency in the market. We think that actually Parliament needed a wider consultations on the stakeholders and the minority report, which wasn't given chance to be looked through. We need a liberalized economy where everyone has a right to compete in the market, just like the insurance companies. However, now government is now bringing out oil, like now, it is now treating it like guns. If you want a gun, it is actually government which is supposed to actually to give out guns. Then it's also treating it like now the NSSF, not giving the consumers liberty to choose which company actually to serve them as far as retirement benefits are concerned.
Thank you for watching Uganda Catholic Television News. Good news for all. It's time for us now to go for a commercial break.
Uctv, good news for all. You are watching Uctv, good news for all. For this and more, tune in to Kasese Get Radio 100.5 in Western Region, located at the hill of the Diocese of Kasese. KGR brings you all Catholic programs and an advertising platform in all our radio shows like Good Morning Renzori, Chama Toboka, Ukute, the business show, Propeller, the request show and sports, Evaluation, Bahinga Bakuluka, Late Night Show, and many others. Our other services include Isuzu Tipa, a no car, public address system, live band, Omokekera, an audio recording studio, and outside live broadcast. For more information, call 0773 597 166 or visit our website www.kasesegatradio.com. Kasese Get Radio, Omusondoria, the voice of truth.
It's unbelievable. Now, companies, businesses, and organizations can make bulk payments easily with Centenary Bank's corporate center SWIFT to anyone without the need of a bank account, anywhere, anytime, just like that. The recipient needs only their phones, national ID, and token number received via SMS to withdraw money from any center agent nearby. The Centenary Bank's corporate center SWIFT is simple, secure, and convenient. You think it's too good to be true? Visit any of our branches countrywide or visit www.centenarybank.co.ug to know more. Centenary Bank. Centenary Bank is a member center group regulated by the Bank of Uganda. Customer deposits of up to 10 million shillings are protected by the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda. Terms and conditions apply.
Catch incredible stories of resilience, success.
You can manage that money
with a topping of inspiration.
Get interested in people, not interested in yourself.
Inspire, achieve, repeat.
Uctv, good news for all.
And as we conclude our bulletin this evening, in sports, 49 swimmers of different age categories are off to Rwanda to represent Uganda in the 8th edition of the Africa Aquatics Zone 3 Swimming Championship. Semgenze Mustafa filed the story.
Starting in Rwanda tomorrow, the swimmers completed their last training this week at Waves Fitness Harbour Swimming Pool in Chigowa, Ntinda. At least 12 countries have confirmed their participation in the Highlands-Spirited Africa Aquatic Zone 3 Swimming Championships, which will take place at Gahanga Swimming Pool in Kigali, Rwanda from November 23rd to 25th. At least 12 countries have confirmed their participation in the highly anticipated Africa Zone 3 Swimming Championships, which is due to take place in Gahanga Swimming Pool in Kigali, and this serves as a qualifying event for the Commonwealth Games.
I'm expecting the greatest performance ever from the team because we have a large team of 49 swimmers who are very fit and ready for the competitions. They're energetic. As our last session here, everyone was so positive and excited, so we expect the best from all the swimmers.
Swimmers from Uganda, Ethiopia, Burundi, Kenya, South Sudan, Tanzania, Sudan, Eritrea, Djibouti, South Africa and host nation Rwanda will gather in Kigali for the regional competition. Africa Aquatic Zone 3 Swimming Championship was initially scheduled to be held in Sudan, but due to the security issues, the championship was relocated to Rwanda, who last hosted a similar competition in 2016.
Thank you, Semgeze, and this marks the end of our bulletin this Tuesday evening. I'm Oriema John Pasco, and have a blessed night. Bye-bye.